Hey everyone, welcome to my new series on Pseudo 7 Simul. So this is going to be updated tutorials for all of the cases that I think are like useful to learn. And so you may have noticed that I had some tutorials before, but now you can't find them on my channel because I unlisted them. And I did this because I didn't like the way that Pseudo 7 Simul was taught in those videos. And so what I'm going to do is make a series with like 1 or 2 cases per video. And I'm trying to do it in like the order that I think you should learn them. So the first couple of cases aren't too difficult and they're also more useful. And then there's some easy cases that aren't as useful, and then there's some more useful cases that are a little more difficult. So in this video, this is like the sort of 0th video. So I'm not going to be showing any cases in this video. I'm going to be explaining what Pseudo 7 Simul is and sort of like how it works. So start off, where did it come from? So basically, Vladimir Krushchensky had a 6 simul one time, and I noticed that if he did an all move, like that kind of thing, it would go from being a 6 simul to a 4 simul. So then a bunch of people in the 7 simul solvers Discord server, which is deleted, which is very good. It's yeah, I'm happy for that. Anyways, a bunch of people in that server looked into that sort of idea more. So they found you can sort of use an all pins up pre-move to change some of the numbers in your Tommy 7 simul solution. And so what you can do is make those numbers 0, and that can usually it doesn't save any simul moves because it's still 7 pin positions that you need, but it can save like half of a simul move. Like instead of doing a simul move, you just do 1 move and the other move is a 0. So that was what Pseudo 7 Simul was originally. And then you can also do like other pre-moves, like you could do a U. And all you need for a pre-move to work is that it isn't one of the moves used in Tommy 7 Simul. Anyways, so the idea of having one move that isn't in Tommy 7 Simul into a 6 Simul solution, like after that, so it's 7 simul moves total. That was sort of the original idea, but then we started looking into like doing a simul pre-move, so doing like the back part and the front part of a pre-move, and then after that getting a 5 simul solution. So that's sort of like for this case, for example, we can do like a 4 and a -4 on this, right, which is 1 simul move, and then after that this is a 5 simul because, right, like the first like M1 is 0, and then M2 is 0, M3 is 0, and M4 is 0. So that means this move is skipped and this move is skipped. So that sort of concept, we started linking into that, and that kind of thing, you can't do it on every single scramble. There are some scrambles, or like most scrambles actually, where you can't use Pseudo 7 Simul because you just don't have the right case. Now, since this new version of Pseudo 7 Simul rather, that with the simul pre-moves always gives you a 6 simul solution, I like to call it Pseudo 6 Simul because then it differentiates it from the old version of Pseudo 7 Simul where you could get like 7 moves or sometimes even 8 moves. So yeah, in this series, I'm going to be calling it Pseudo 6 Simul. Okay, so for the memo for Pseudo 6 Simul, there are 2 sort of main ways that you can do it. And there used to just be the one way that every case was done, but we decided that like that way isn't that good. So starting with the older way of doing it, basically what you do is you calculate what you need to do for your pre-move. So this is the move that isn't one of the moves in Tommy 7 Simul. So for example, like UR, like uppercase UR would be a pre-move. So you calculate what that move is going to be. So in this case, it's, what is it, 2 and then -2, right? So now you know that. And then you take your Tommy 7 Simul memo, and specifically for slash, this was kind of difficult. You would calculate what slash is, right? In this case, that's right, that's a 1, and then so that would end up at negative, that would be -4, right? And then the other side would be -5, right? And then what you'd have to do is you add what the left hand of your pre-move is, or no, you subtract what the left hand of your pre-move is from M5, and then add it to M6. So that means you would get -4 minus 2 is is 6, I guess, and then -5 plus 2 is -3, and like you also have to do it with another. You have to like do the reverse kind of thing with the right hand move, and we just figured that's like really difficult to do. So the new way that you do memo for most of the cases is you just learn a different slash memo. And we also decided you can learn different numbers for the other stuff as well. So in this case, like the slash memo for M6, for example, we have DR to D, and then we add that to U, and then we do plus R to DR and L to UL. So that's obviously different than in Tommy 7 Simul, but it's a lot easier than calculating what M6 would be and then adding the left hand of the pre-move and subtracting the left hand. However, we do still use the old method of calculation for certain cases in which the slash move gets skipped by the pre-move. And with those ones you're not able to tell that you have the case to begin with. So those are part of the group of non-obvious cases. In these cases, basically, you just have to do some kind of calculation in order to tell that you are able to do the case. But for all the cases, the calculation that you do helps, you can use what you've calculated in your actual memo. So those aren't as hard as they might seem. So this video might have made it more confusing, but in the actual like videos that actually have how to do each case, it's a lot easier than it seems like it is in this video. So don't worry.